I recommend you try to go to the gym to start with, set yourself up for success. Start with twice a week. If you can make it a third time, great. If you can make it a fourth time, even better. But don't go too long either. Some people are trying to squeeze in a full weight training session with a full cardio each time they go. 20 minutes of cardio is plenty to get started, even if you have not done anything, okay? So let's say you haven't done any exercise for like 20 years. You know what? 10 minutes walking on the treadmill is fine. Add 2 minutes each time. Progress into it, ease into it, very important, because most people feel if I cannot run on a treadmill, then it's not worth doing. You know what? You can walk for 10 minutes at 2.5 miles per hour. It's fine. Just progress rapidly. Just challenge yourself each time you go to the gym. Try to add 2 minutes, or try to have a little incline. Try to walk a little faster. And at some point, you may progress from walking fast to maybe running for a minute, then walking for 2, jogging for 1 minute, jogging for 2, and then before you know it, you'll be able to run or jog at, 4.5 miles per hour for a full 20 minutes. That may take you a month and a half. But if you just challenge yourself this way each and every time, you will be able to improve your endurance and you'll have more pleasure in doing cardio. But don't rush into it. Don't kill yourself doing it. I know it's contrary to the popular beliefs, but it's a lot easier, because if you hate it with a passion, you won't be going anyway. So you might as well give yourself a chance to improve. Now the other thing is, especially for women, there's an idea out there that I'm going to lose the weight first, then I'm going to tone up. That's often a popular belief that I need to do a lot of cardio to lose the weight, then I'm going to tone up using weight training. Well, while cardiovascular training is a key component of a weight loss program, it's actually overestimated. In other words, its contribution to the weight loss isn't as important as we think it is. Yes, you do burn calories when you're on treadmill, but guess what? It takes about 12 hours of an average cardio, so 12 hours on a treadmill to lose about 1 pound. So it's a lot. So the cardio in itself is not the only thing. Nutrition is very important, but you also want to build some muscle. Now I know I hear you from here, you're saying, I don't want to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Of course you don't. But it's not by lifting a few weights a few times a week that you're going to turn into a female bodybuilder. And I'm talking to female. I know most of you men out there would be interested in gaining muscle mass. But start with 2 sets of 12 to 15 repetitions for most exercises. For you ladies, I would recommend to do 1 leg exercise that would involve your buttocks and your quadriceps. So we're looking at the front of the thigh with the buttocks, maybe a squat, a leg press, a lunge, or something like this. And 1 exercise also for the back of your leg. It's called a hamstring. Something like a leg curl, a seated leg curl, a ball leg curls, or any kind of leg curls will probably do the work. Then you have 2 leg exercises. Then I will throw in some form of pushing exercises, which usually involve the chest muscles, also involve the shoulder and triceps. Anything from a bench press, a dumbbell press, chest press machines, anything that has a pushing component to it will do the work. And also, very important, a back exercise, an upper back exercise. So we're looking at any kind of pulling movement, anything where you're pulling the weight towards you. So lat pull down, seated row, dumbbell row, barbell row, any rowing exercises or anything you're pulling towards you usually does the work. And when you do rowing or pulling exercises, you're involving your biceps and your upper back together. So we're looking at 2 lower body, 1 front body exercises, so chest, upper back, that's 4. Then I would say throw in an ab exercises. So whether it's crunches or the plank or some form of ab exercises, you've got 5. I would also probably suggest you do basically an opposite exercise. So you see we've done chest, back, front of the leg, back of the leg. You always want to make sure you work equally both sides. So if you do an ab exercise, a lower back exercise would work too. There's some back extension machine or back extension exercise you could use, Superman, the Cobra. I mean, there's a few of them. They will strengthen your lower back, and it's also something that's going to be very healthy to prevent injuries, but also prevent lower back pain eventually, or help you get rid of it if you have it already. Okay, so we're looking at 6 exercises, 2 sets, 1 to 2 sets for each exercises, 12 to 20 repetitions for each. So that's a good starting point. For you guys out there, I know you like to work your arms, so you could probably throw in a biceps or tricep exercise if you like. It's not necessary, because keep in mind, when you do pulling or pushing, the biceps and triceps are involved. So as a beginner, but most men like to work their arms a little bit more, you would be welcome to do it, but it's not absolutely necessary. Don't look at more than 6 to 8 exercises, 2 sets of each, Eventually you can add exercises or you can increase the number of sets you do for each, but that would be plenty at first. And anywhere between 15 minutes and half an hour to 40 minutes of strength training is good. Now the reason why you do want to involve strength training from the start of your weight loss program, if that's your goal, then you definitely want to include it because it's going to help you burn more calories while you're resting. So basically you're watching television and you'll be able to burn calories even if you watch the tube. Reason is muscles do burn a lot of calories at rest. They're like very metabolically active tissues. In other words, they require a lot of juice, a lot of calories to just stay alive. And if you train your muscle a little bit, you'll get them more metabolically active. In other words, you're increasing your metabolism or how many calories you burn at rest. So that's why a weight training program should always be included as part of a fat loss strategy.